Now we are going to start with the new chapter, that is heredity and evolution of biology, class 10th. So in this year the evolution topic are related the topics related to evolution has removed from the syllabus. So only we will discuss about heredity. We will discuss in this chapter about heredity and about some rules which are recognized or which are constructed or discovered by the Mendels. So first we are going to discuss, we write the name of chapter, that is heredity and evolution. So in this chapter we have to study about heredity and evolution, but in this year we will only discuss about heredity. So first we need to define the term heredity. What is heredity? So heredity is the process of, the definition is, the process, heredity is the process of the passing on of the traits or the characteristics or the feature, that features may be the physical or mental features, and that features pass on from parents to their offspring, and that is the process known as heredity. So we can define it as the passing on of inherited traits from one generation to another is called heredity. So this is the process through which the traits or characteristics passing on from one generation to other generation, that means from the parents to their offspring during the process of reproduction. So in this definition we have a term which are known as inherited traits. So first we need to define what is inherited or hereditary traits. So the next topic is about hereditary traits. So hereditary traits are the characteristics. So the characteristics which can pass on from generation to generation. Are hereditary traits. So such kind of feature or such kind of characteristics of our body of any living organism, which character can pass from their body to their offspring. So that kind of feature or characteristics are known as hereditary traits or hereditary features. So this is the common concept or the common term we need to understood about, that is about heredity and hereditary traits. And in this chapter we use these two terms to explain all the topics comes in this chapter. So, after discussing this topic, we will discuss now about the person who conclude or who find out, discovered the number of rules for the process of heredity. So, process of heredity, before discussing about the process of heredity, we need to understand about that how the traits or how the inherited traits transfer or pass on from parents to their offspring. So for that purpose we have studied in previous chapter, that is in chapter reproduction, that in any offspring the characteristics pass on from parents to their offspring. It means all the offspring resembles from their parents. Either they represent number of variation, but they are similar to their parents, not identical, but they are similar to their parents. So this similarity is due to the DNA of parents from parents body, and that DNA carry information from parents to their offspring. So DNA also carry the inherited traits, that means which can transfer from parents to their offspring. So here during the sexual reproduction it was observed that variation occurs in more amount because from two parents the DNA of mother and DNA of father both contribute in the formation of the young ones or the offspring. So the traits are the combination of fathers and mothers of the offspring. So how the traits get expressed in offspring from either from parent mothers or from fathers. So there are some rules recognized or discovered by a person which was known as Gregor John Mendel. So we will discuss about the contribution of Mendel's contribution. So Mendel was a person who contribute or who firstly construct or discover or do some experiment and conclude some rules or observation related to the heredity. So that is why Mendel was known as the father of genetics. So genetics, what is genetics? First of all, we need to understand about genetics. So the science or the branch of science that deals with the study of heredity and hereditary traits, it is known as genetics. And the father of genetics was known that Gregor John Mendel. Gregor John Mendel. So first of all, we need to understand some basic information about Gregor John Mendel. So Gregor John Mendel was born in the birth year of Gregor John Mendel was 1822. In 1822, Gregor John Mendel was born, and his work, they work on their 6-year work on a garden bee, Pisum sativum. On Pisum sativum, that is the garden bee, they do their experiment over 6 years, and later their work was published in published to show the experiment, but that was not recognized, and he died in 1884. So later on, after his death, it means before his death, there is no recognition of their work seen. After his death, or after the death of his Gregor John Mendel, 16 years after the death of Mendel, 16 years later, in 1900, there was three person who do the same experiment of Gregor John Mendel, named Hugo de Vries, Carl Lorenz, and von Sedlak. So these three person rediscover the work of Gregor John Mendel, and they do the same work experiment such as the Gregor John Mendel, and recognize the work of Mendel after his death, or after 16 years later, or the work of Mendel. It means before 16 years, the Mendel do his experiment in 6 years, and they publish his work in a book. But on that time, their work was not recognized. So later, after his death, these three persons do the recognition of his work. And what was his work, we will discuss in the form of some rules. So this is all about the general information about the Mendel's work. And what was the reason, we will also discuss here about the reasons of their choosing the Pisum sativum. Why they use reasons for using pea plant. So there are some reasons behind the using of pea plants. So the first reason was the small life cycle. The life cycle of the pea plants is very small. It is about 3 to 4 months. So they can do the performance, they do the experiment and get result in a very short period of time. And later, it is also reasons for using pea plant, that the fixed number of seed. It means they can find out a fixed number of seed in the pea plants, so they use the Pisum sativum. And the third is the contrasting traits. So in Pisum sativum or pea plant, they get distinct number of contrasting traits, so which are useful to find out or to calculate the law of inheritance. So these first we will discuss about these traits. So there are 7 contrasting traits he was find out from the pea plant. So we will know about these. So the first trait, constitutive trait is the height of plant. So on the basis of height, there are 2 features. There are one pair of contrasting trait, that is tall and dwarf. So one plant, the plants of Physum sativum may be tall or dwarf. So and the next feature, that is the flower position. Flower position. So the flower position may be axial or terminal. So this is the second group of contrasting trait. Next, the color of flower or flower color. So flower color also a contrasting trait, and it is purple and white. Next, they use the pod shape. So the pod shape involve the contrasting trait as the inflated and constricted. Then the next is the pod color. So the pod color is green, either green or yellow. Now the next one is the seed shape. So the seed shape involve round and wrinkled. Then the seed color. So the seed color involve the yellow and the green. So these are the 7 pair of contrasting traits, and Mendel's used some of the contrasting traits to perform their experiment to find out the law of inheritance. So we will discuss about the law of inheritance concluded by Mendel in next segment of video.